right, welcome to the next episode of the Diggs Sideline Podcast featuring Sam DeCosmo.
And I'm Patrick Alonia.
And what a week we had, Pat.
Hey, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Smiles all around.
Dude, we're coming out the gate hot. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was a fun game. I don't think anyone expected what we're going to dive into. But Kirk throwing 10 passes. The defense dominating.
I have a feeling you and I have differing opinions on Kirk's
okay.
on Kirk's stat line.
All right.
But we'll get into that. But how freaking exciting, Pat, I told you. This is for you who can't see the table. This wood is made out of table. Or this table's made out of wood. This is our year.
Yeah.
Knocking on wood.
We're knocking on the wood.
This is 13-3. We're going all the way, baby. After week one, I'm calling it. It was an exciting day.
I was happy
all around.
I think why don't we start us off with Cousins only throwing 10 passes. So why don't you tell me how you feel and what you think about that?
I love that Kirk only had to throw 10 passes. He was 8 for 10. I think he was like 96 yards, something like that.
98 yards and a TD.
98 yards and a TD. And so he only threw 10 passes. And in today's fantasy football world, everybody thinks that you got to throw, 40 passes a game, throw for 3 touchdowns to have a good day. No, because Kirk didn't have to put the team on his back to have a good day.
Right.
We had a complete game all around. Offense, defense, special teams, running, passing, everything.
Right. Yeah, and I think a lot of that was set up with how the game started. Was the 3-and-out and then the block punt, setting us up at the 25 or wherever we were.
Yeah.
Started the game off running the ball just like Zimmer has been just like preaching for years.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how we started the game.
Let's talk about that block punt for a second.
Yes, let's.
Oh my gosh.
What was it, Eric Wilson?
No. Was it Eric Wilson?
I think it's Eric Wilson, 50. Yeah.
Oh man, he just came right up the middle.
So if you haven't seen, there is a picture online of him with the picture of the shot, the foot in his like face mask. Yeah. And then afterwards he's like yelling. He's got
We'll try to crop it into the video here.
Yeah, he's like blood all over his face, just looking like a true Viking warrior.
Oh man. It was and just like he just came right up the middle and I was like,
yeah,
it's happening.
Unguarded. Like,
it's happening.
You're just sitting there thinking like this is week 1 blunders already for the Falcons.
Well, yeah, but it was I honestly, I mean, the commentators were talking about how bad the Falcons were doing. I thought we just played a complete game.
Right.
Right.
And I think that's rare for week 1. I think you usually see, and we did have errors. We had a lot of defensive penalties. That's what irritated Zimmer the most. Yeah. I think we jumped off sides 4 times on the line.
4 times.
5. We had like 2 holding penalties.
And it was a lot of
illegal hands to the face.
And it was a lot of on 3rd down.
Right.
Well, and they were within 4, and so it gave them a first down. I don't hate those as much as everybody else does. I mean, it sucks that they get a first down, but here's the thing: when you're trying to get off the snap count, when it works, you love it. Right. When it doesn't work, it's like, oh, geez. So you got to take the good with the bad.
But like Zimmer said in the press conference today, those lead to points, and they did score.
That's true.
On at least one of those drives.
That's true.
Sure.
They did get 2 touchdowns yesterday.
But it's week 1. We had a good cushy lead, so mistakes are okay at that point in the season. But going back to Cousins only throwing 10 passes, I mean, I think all of that was situational. Having a 21-0 lead heading into half. Sure. I mean, there's no, the clock is on your side at that point, so you just got to run the ball, and the offensive line was just phenomenal. Yeah. The offensive line, I told you, I think Bradbury's the real deal. Yes, yeah.
And he's making the rest of the line better. Right.
Right.
The holes Dalvin was running through. Yeah. And even
Same with Madison. Yeah. Yep. I mean, they're wide open. And at one point, Madison, I think he broke off for like a 15-yard run. You kind of couldn't tell that it was Madison.
I know.
So that's got me even more excited.
I know. Him and Cook, they look the same with the dreadlocks and whatever, but more importantly, they run very similarly.
Very hard. Yeah.
Very similar.
And they just have very fast agility is what it is. Yeah. Like when they cut for the hole, gone.
Yeah. I think you were saying yesterday that it seems like they get faster when they come out of their cuts.
Come out of the cut, which is rare. Yeah. You'd think it'd slow you down a bit, but they're actually faster. Yeah. I
hope they're buds outside and they hang out.
They gotta be.
Yeah.
They have to be. And let me quick give a shout out to CJ Ham. Underrated what he's doing at the fullback position, because he's on top of Bradbury in the offensive line. He's got these big holes are coming out from him too, just leading out of the gate there.
Oh yeah, and with CJ Ham, you get something that you don't get with a lot of fullbacks. But with most fullbacks, you'll get some power, you'll get the ability to make a hole. But with CJ Ham, you get a little bit of speed too out of him. Right. He's not running a 4.2. I'm not sure what he's running. But he started as a running back and they converted him to a fullback because he's so big and stocky. But because he has those roots, he's fast. And so he can get down in front of the play and make a downfield block too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cousins, there's really not much to talk about with him. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah. 8 for 10.
Didn't make any mistakes.
8 for 10.
Listen,
I love it.
Yeah, I could do that for the rest of the season.
You know who's probably looking at that stat line, 8 for 10, and after we put up 4 touchdowns? John DiFilippo. It's probably like,
forget that
so this
guy.
is what running the ball looks like. Oh.
Well, yeah, I mean, Cook had 21 carries.
Cook had 21 carries? How many did Madison have?
Madison had 9, and then Abdullah did have 2. That was probably near the end. But they totaled, with Kirk involved too, he had 6, but 38 total.
Well, and so how many yards did Dalvin have? He had over 100 yards,
Yeah,
right?
Cook had 111, and Madison had 49. So
49 on 9 carries?
Yeah, they both had a 5.4 average. That's, I mean...
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What's next?
So I want to talk about the other side of special teams. So we talked about the block punt.
Yep.
Incredible.
Yep.
Right? I think the other biggest question mark for our special teams was how's Colquitt going to fit in to our lineup. And I thought he did amazing.
I agree with that too.
He booted some balls. I know they don't count it from the line of scrimmage. Or they count it from the line of scrimmage, not from where the punter is. Right. But if you count from where he was standing, there's some balls that went 80 yards.
Right. Yeah. No, for
That's
sure.
wild.
And I thought the coverage was good too. There wasn't too many 15, 20 yard punt returns.
Yeah. We didn't kick any field goals, but we did kick 4 extra points, and they were all straight down the middle, and Colquitt was holding.
This was the first game, I feel like, in a long time that I actually wasn't even thinking about the PAT.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
In the game ended, we had 4 of them, and everything felt normal.
Yeah.
For a second. So the sounds like the holding is better, so I'm good with that. The field goal kick holding.
Yeah, field goal kick holding.
Right.
Dude. The defense.
Yes, let's talk about the defense.
This is what
I wasn't sure how going into the year how the defense would actually look. I just wasn't sure. Like preseason, felt like we saw like glimpses of it, but not everyone was there. Preseason you kind of never get the whole picture.
Sure.
But Zimmer came out flying. I mean, first play of the game on defense, you have Barr coming in practically untouched.
I think
Ryan gets up into the field position. He's laying on the ground.
I think Zimmer listened to the Dig Sideline podcast episode number 1 because we told him we said Barr needs to be in pass rush.
Yeah, I would love to see him more off the end.
Yeah,
because he's quick.
Yeah, he's got that going for him.
Right, and you've got the A gap blitzes with him and Kendricks. Which one of them's gonna go, but the off the end, I feel like that just confuses things more.
Yeah. And Danielle Hunter.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, he had 14 QB pressures yesterday.
I think
and a sack.
That's something that goes unsaid.
Yeah.
On SportsCenter or wherever. Like they don't realize the amount of pressure that does.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole game.
Yeah, it gets
in your head.
It makes the quarterback make bad decisions.
And on that note, the second interception by Harris in the back of the end zone was because of Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter got up in him and he just lobbed the ball.
Yeah.
And then picked it off.
Anthony Harris.
Dude, hey.
My guy.
Andrew Sandejo, we don't miss you, buddy. Listen, man, I saw that tackle you tried on Vontae Davis on the Redskins. Pathetic. We're glad you're gone.
You know what that tackle reminded me of?
What?
What was the guy's name? Marshawn Lattimore, who was trying to tackle Diggs during the miracle.
Yeah. It did kind of look like
Did it look just like that?
Yeah. I don't know. He kind of thought he was going out, and then he kind of let him go, but it just didn't look good for Sandejo. But we want to talk about Ant Harris.
Yeah, man.
Just coming up big,
just balling.
Yeah. And that was pretty much like a one-on-one with Julio, I feel like.
Yeah.
On the first one.
Yeah.
It just felt like a jump ball, and
he just came down with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'd have to look back to see if Matt Ryan was getting pressured.
Right.
I don't know if he was.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Ryan did seem off, and I'm going to attribute that to the Vikings noise, the crowd, the fans, and then just the pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then one more Ant Harris shout out, picking up that fumble.
Yeah.
By Trey Waynes.
Yeah. Trey.
Now, buddy. That leads me again. Trey, you're still the weakest cornerback on the team, man. Not a fan of you. That touchdown down the side, it felt like he didn't even know that the play was going on. Like he turned around and the ball was already going into the guy's hands.
Yeah,
Calvin Ridley, I think, caught it or whatever. But
yeah, there were some other plays that Trey Waynes just had his coverage completely blown,
and he had
he wasn't even in the vicinity.
And a couple missed tackles that it just seems like he's trying not to get hurt.
Yeah,
that's how I see him tackling.
And you know who I always see picking up the slack on a Trey Waynes botched coverage?
Who?
Harrison Smith.
He's
always there to bail him out.
He did lead the team in tackling.
Did he?
Yeah.
How many tackles did he have?
He had 16, I think.
16?
Let me pull it up. I think he had 16.
Good Lord.
He had 9. Sorry.
Still, 9 is
my number.
9 is a hefty stat line.
Where I saw 6, but 8 of those were solo. So yeah, he's all over the field. Same with Javon Curse. That's another guy.
Yeah.
J-Ron. I keep saying Javon. J-Ron Curse.
Yeah, J-Ron. So he had to come in yesterday when, who went out with a dislocated elbow?
Mackenzie Alexander.
Oh, Mackenzie Alexander.
That's what I want to talk about next. Was our two kind of like heart drop moments.
Yeah.
Rhodes started it off. I think we all expected it, but we didn't know it'd be like 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, when Rhodes went out with his I'm gonna go injury. When he went out with his injury, I was like, man, it's just because he botched his coverage, and it happens. We all make mistakes. I know we just roasted Trey Waynes, but when Xavier does it, it's more of a exception to the rule rather than the rule. And I think he just has too much pride to just say, hey, that one's on me. I think he has to.
Interesting. That's an
I hurt myself.
take.
Yeah. It happens every time.
Yeah, that is actually kind of interesting because he came back fine. Like it seemed like he wasn't even out of the game.
Yeah, and then he came back and he made 2 key breakups.
Right, but when he like hobbled off the field, I thought he sprained his ankle like very thoroughly.
And that could just be the Toradol talking. I don't know, but
definitely.
I think that he has too much pride to let everyone else know that, hey guys, I made a mistake.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought J-Ron came in. I thought he did an admirable job. I mean, Matt Ryan was trying to pick on him. You know, he's got those long arms. He's able to break up the passes. I think he still needs to learn a thing or two. You know, I think his athleticism is there, but his football IQ, he just kind of needs to learn the game a little bit more. And he's a special teams monster.
Right.
Which, by the way...
Yeah, he is. That's how he got on the team.
So, Chad Beebe was returning our punts and our kicks yesterday. Is Marcus Sherrills not on the team anymore?
No.
What happened?
Sherrills went to the Saints.
What? No.
I'm pretty sure he went to the Saints.
I feel
we're going to see him Monday night.
Tonight?
Tonight, yeah.
Well, for those of you who don't know, we're recording on Monday night.
Yeah,
so... speaking of the Saints Hopkins game, I know that we're getting off track with Vikings here, but I just had to vent about something real quick. So I have DeAndre Hopkins in my family league, and I need him to put up like 40 points in order to beat Alyssa. I'm also playing.
Alyssa is Sam's wife.
Alyssa's my wife.
Happen to catch the first episode.
I am also playing against UMass. Who's that? Is that Alex?
Alex Couples. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm playing against him, and he has DeAndre Hopkins, and I need DeAndre Hopkins to get like less than 30 points or something to win that game. So it's like,
that's why I've kind of trended towards the just have one league rule. But you got friends and family. I think 2 is fine in that case.
Yeah, I was in 3, and that was too much.
Oh boy,
there was always a conflict of interest.
Right, exactly.
But anyway, so Marcus Sherrills isn't on the team anymore.
Yeah,
huh?
I think we'll see a bit of a hit from him being gone. He was huge on special teams.
He was huge, and I think he set the team record for most amount of punts returned for touchdowns.
Exactly.
And I think he was a local guy too.
He was local from U of M.
Yeah.
So he's another hometown favorite, just like Thielen.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
so
we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, miss the guy, but got to do what you got to do. It's a business.
Right.
What can you say? Everson Griffin.
I thought I thought he had a really good game.
Yeah. You know, last year he was gone. He was getting healthy. And he came back. We were all really excited that he was back. I was excited he was back. He didn't look the same last year.
No.
But what we saw yesterday, I think, was classic Everson Griffin. I thought, he had 2 sacks. One got taken away for like a penalty or something like that, but he's getting to the quarterback. And they said a stat yesterday on the TV. They said that he is the most tenured Viking on the team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We have had him a while.
Yeah. We drafted him.
Yeah, we did draft him.
Was it back in 2012?
I think so.
Yeah. So he's the longest tenured Viking on the team.
I think vintage Griffin yesterday at noon there was his spin sack.
Oh, yeah.
That was just classic. It's kind of had like a Dwight Freeney type vibe to it on the Colts.
Yeah.
That like hard spin.
Yeah.
But so it was good to see him back. It seems like he's back in like a good headspace.
Yeah.
And then on the one where Kirk Cousins scored his touchdown and Kirk is walking back, you see like there's like still image of like Griffin just like just like happy,
Yeah, he's all the way back and I couldn't be happier for him.
Right. Overall, though, I mean, it was just a great game. It was fun to watch.
It was fun to watch.
Stress-free is what that was.
Well, it was fun to watch. It was stress-free. the Falcons are they're a good football team.
Yeah, they are.
It was week 1, so we might have had a lot of things going right for us. They might have had a lot of things going wrong for us. We do have a tough schedule ahead of us.
Yep.
So I'm not going to count my eggs before they're hatched, but I'm going to say this is our year.
Right.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood, baby.
So,
yeah. So
with that,
15 minutes. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of it. I didn't have too many concerns other than, the cornerback situation. Hopefully Alexander is just a dislocated elbow, so hopefully he's back sooner than later.
Yeah, let's just pop that thing back into place.
Yeah. So I asked my dad. He's a physical therapist. He doesn't do much for elbows. He does more knees, hips type of stuff.
Yeah.
And he was just saying 2 to 3 weeks he should be back.
Oh, nice.
So
2 to 3 weeks.
And they could even throw a brace on him.
Oh,
so,
perfect.
Yeah.
It's just his elbow.
It's just his elbow.
I think your dad needs to be our guest whenever there's a significant injury, and he can give his input as like, that's an 8-week injury. He's out for a while.
Right.
Or no, he just stubbed his toe. He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He's faking it. Rhodes is faking it.
Rhodes is faking it. All right, so join us next time. We will be previewing the Vikings-Packers game.
Correct. That's a big one.
It's going to be a big one. It's at Lambeau Field, and I'm excited to talk about it.
I would be lying if I said I'm not nervous for that, as I always am going into Lambeau.
All right.
We'll save that for the next one.
We'll save it for the next one. All right.
All right. Thanks,
Talk to you
everyone.
everyone. Thanks. Bye.